Okay, so as much as I don't want Belal Muhammad to go and fight for the championship next, I think we're all in agreement. The man's done enough. I don't want him to get a title shot. The prospect of Belal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards as a main event of a pay per view, it doesn't get it doesn't get my fucking dick tingling. I can tell you that much, alright? It might be the most unsexy, unmotivated sentence ever. Belal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards 2 for the UFC Welterweight Championship. That might be the least hyped up sentence I've ever heard in my life. Like, literally, you could tell me that fucking my dog died or some shit like that, and I'd be more excited and more energetic than hearing that Belal Muhammad's going to be fighting for the championship. But Leon Edwards is generally ducking Belal Muhammad at this point. He said that there's plenty of other names, there's other contenders. Like, he both turned down Shavkat and he turned down Belal Muhammad. There is no other fucking contenders for him to fight unless he's going to sit out and wait for JDM if he beats Gilbert Burns because he's under the same management. That's like the only thing I can think of, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think. Actually, I was going to say I don't think Leon Edwards would want to sit out for that long, but it would be a Leon Edwards thing to do to sit out for that long. But Belal Muhammad, I don't like the guy's fight style, right? I think he's very cringe. I don't like how he came out trying to say that Charles Oliveira was ducking Islam Makhachev. He just wasn't. He was trying to appeal to the Habib fan base, but even I think a lot of them see through his facade. Like, he only says stuff because he wants to get the support of the Nurmagomedov fan base, the Makachev fan base, just that whole Dagestani crew, especially training with them, everything he says is to try and appease them. But we know at this point, he does deserve a title shot. As much as it does pain me to say, I would love for Shavkat Rakhmonov to get the title shot, but he's out with an ankle injury. Apparently he came into that fight heavily injured, according to Laura Sanko. She was talking to Shavkat Rakhmonov, of course she was. I bet her husband hates Shavkat Rakhmonov, by the way. But anyway, getting on back onto point, he's injured with an ankle injury, so he's going to be out for a while, I'd say, especially because he fought with an ankle injury. So he's going to need to heal that up. So I would imagine it's not going to be Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Leon Edwards. Leon does take long times off, though, between fights. Like, how long did it take for him to rematch Usman? It was like, what? September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So 7 months, 8 months actually. Sorry. So it was about 8 months between fights, which is decently long, and then obviously March to December. So he does take a lot of time off. He's not really an active champion. The most we're going to get out of Leon Edwards is probably 2 title defenses a year. At least with Belal Muhammad, he's boring. He's not a very fun fighter, but we probably get an active champ. Like, I can't believe I'm in a place where I'm like thinking, fuck man, I think Belal Muhammad is the better option as champ. I'm not going to go that far. I'd say Leon Edwards is a more entertaining fighter. I think he would probably beat Belal Muhammad because in that first fight, he was very aggressive. We never really see Leon Edwards that aggressive, but he must have seen like no threat from Belal Muhammad because he's literally fucking head kicking him. He's like actually fighting aggressive, like he's actually going for a knockout. And the one time I guess Leon Edwards is actually, fighting very aggressively, he gets fucking a no contest because he fouls against Belal Muhammad. So yeah, that I mean that's not great for him. That's probably why he doesn't go too hard for the finishes now. But I don't know. I don't get it. He keeps saying that there's all these other options, but there is no other options. He's not going to rematch Usman. He's already 2-1 against him, and Usman's on a 3-fight losing streak, 2 of which are to Leon Edwards. So there's no one's really clinging for a fourth Usman Edwards fight at this point. Colby Covington just lost in a fucking where he shat the bed. Like, he literally shat the bed in that performance. That was a horrible performance. Sean Brady's not getting a title shot. He's apparently going to be fighting Vicente Luque in Atlantic City. I'm pretty sure it seems like that's in the works. Ian Gary won't get it if he beats Jeff Neal. I highly doubt that, especially because Shavkat Rakhmonov didn't get it after beating Jeff Neal. So I really don't understand it. I don't know why he's saying there's all these other options. I get Belal Muhammad's fucking boring. But you gotta just do it. You gotta fucking just go beat Belal Muhammad. Get the nightmare. Finish this nightmare. Get him out of the title picture, please. Like, I don't know. I don't get what his mindset is. Maybe he's just waiting for Bilal Muhammad to like leave his prime because he is 35 years old. Who knows? Next time we see Bilal Muhammad, he could be fucking old as shit in there. Like he could literally look like a senile old. He could pull a Ricky Glenn. He could look like Ricky Glenn did against Christos Gargios. He might just come in there fucking old as shit, moving at fucking zero point 0.5 speed, uh, chin of glass. Like that could be Bilal Muhammad the next time we see him, fucking God willing. But I doubt that will be the case. I don't know. Bilal Muhammad's very active, better win streak than Leon Edwards had at the time. Like Leon Edwards got the title fight. I think his last, like one of his last wins was fucking Peter Sabata, Gunnar Nelson in a fight. He clearly won, but it was a split decision for some reason. Gunnar Nelson had a really good third round, but I think Leon Edwards clearly won the first two rounds, if I remember that fight correctly. He beat RDA, old man RDA. He beat Cowboy, but that was like past his prime Cowboy, especially at welterweight as well. And it was like only a 48-47. At least Bilal Muhammad's going out there and he's dominating people in his performances. He's not really having close fights. Like I think if you would have had Bilal Muhammad against Nate Diaz, I think he would have won every round. I don't think he would have got dropped or rocked. Not dropped, but I don't think he would have got rocked like Leon Edwards did. I don't know. It's just a weird case. I think it just get it out the way. I don't want to fucking wait for this fight. Like I don't care about this fight. Just get it over and done with. Put it as like a filler title fight on a card. Like just get this fight over and done with. This should never main event a pay-per-view. I fucking hope to God this is like a co-main event. Like surely you could have a Strickland Dricus title fight. Whoever wins that defend their belt against Hamzat as the main event, or you could have Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill as a main event over it. Like, I don't want to see Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards main event a pay-per-view. That would literally probably borderline bankrupt the company in just one show. It would literally do like fucking 100 buys. But I just want to see this get over and done with, have the fight. Leon Edwards would probably beat him. He was doing so well against him in the first fight. I mean, Bilal Muhammad, all respect to him, he has improved a lot since then. Like he generally has, and it's weird that he's somehow completely changed his physique at 35 years of age. Yeah, I must have learned how to do some push-ups or something at 35 years of age. I don't know what happened there. He somehow developed a lot of body acne, developed fucking amazing cardio, and somehow is like looking like an absolute tank at 35 years of age. But earlier in his career, when he was in his prime age, he was somehow not looking. He was just sort of looking like a bag of milk. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there. That's a weird one. But Bilal Muhammad on a good run. Just give him his title fight. Like Leon Edwards is borderline ducking him. Like he straight said he was going to call for the winner of Dricus versus Strickland, but didn't end up even doing that. Like he can't even build hype for a fucking champ fight. Like he wouldn't have got it, but at least like try and build some hype for it. But instead, now it's just no contenders. There's plenty of options. Like there really fucking isn't. Shavkat will be out for a while. I'm sure he's willing to sit out for that, but like he's not going to fight the winner of Burns JDM more than likely. Especially if it's Burns, he won't fight Burns. Like at least JDM will have some hype. They'll be under the same management, so you can sort of see that happening. He's not going to fight the winner of Gary Neal. I highly doubt that. Gary isn't a proven draw or anything like that, so the UFC aren't going to push for that either. And if Neal wins, like Neal is definitely not getting a title shot. He'd be on one fight winning streak. So I don't know. Like Leon Edwards, are these other options in the room with us? Like where are these other options you're talking about, my friend? Like I feel like we need to interrogate Leon Edwards, put him in a fucking straitjacket, and like ask him where the fuck are these other options you're talking about? Who are these other options? Like I really want to know who he's talking about. Like. Because I don't know, I'm fucking confused. Maybe he wants a Claudio Silva rematch. He wants to get that dub back, but like Claudio Silva has no testosterone anymore and can't like beat anybody. I don't know. It's really weird from Leon Edwards here. It's a really winnable matchup, so I don't understand it. But I don't know. Hopefully this creates some bad blood or something. Like I just want some level of interest in this fight. But Bilal Muhammad, we all know Bilal Muhammad's gonna be. Oh, I'm from Chicago. This guy's a bum. This guy's a bum. And then at the press conference, he's just gonna be like, "I respect Leon Rocky Edwards. I respect him. He went in there and he beat that punk Colby Covington. I'm not gonna build a fight by talking about his dad or anything like that. I'm gonna be respectful. I respect Leon, but he's not on my level. That's all it's gonna be. That's gonna be the fucking trash talk from Belal Muhammad. He's just gonna say he's a better fighter. Leon's just gonna, what's Leon Edwards gonna say about him? This guy's a fucking weirdo. He's just gonna say this guy's a fucking weirdo. This guy's a weirdo. Like that's all he can say. He's like, oh, this guy's a fucking weirdo or something. Like that's it. That's gonna be the extent to it. I don't see them having like a crazy back and forth. Like Leon Edwards doesn't really have much riz, if we're being honest. No charisma. Doesn't really talk any trash. He looked quite lost against Colby in the trash talk, but again, he won the fight. So I mean, his actions speak louder than his words, but like his words don't really exist. He doesn't say anything, which with a boring fight like Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad 2, you'd sort of hope there is like at least some bad blood to like keep people interested in. But there's like gonna be nothing interesting about this fight. Like the fight's probably gonna suck if we're being honest. Maybe Belal Muhammad. I feel like if Belal Muhammad can push a pace or something, maybe we get like an interesting fight here. Like, but I don't know. I don't know why Leon Edwards is like playing this whole like there's plenty of other options though. Maybe it's mind games. If that is the case, then I respect it. At least there's something interesting there. But like nobody's gonna be hyped if Leon Edwards keeps saying it's not gonna happen. Like there's gotta be more cheers than boos about it not happening. And then once he gets announced, everyone's going like, oh, okay. I mean, John Anik, Jason Anik, all them sorts of guys who are mates with Blummer, they're going to be through the roof. There'll be a massive party, in Chicago. In Chicago, I'm from Chicago. But yeah, there'll be a massive Chicago party probably. Maybe the Rufus Sport guys will be all happy. Some of the guys who train there. I don't even think Belal trains at the Rufus anymore, but still, I don't know. I just find this really fascinating, but I don't know. Like, a lot of me would really love if like Jack Della Maddalena could just like push a front if he beat Gilbert Burns. But Bilal Muhammad at the very least also beat Gilbert Burns. So it's like, can that even fucking happen? Like, God, I'd love for that, but I just know like realistically, Bilal Muhammad's done enough. He's on a 10 fight winning streak. Another thing that's weird is like Leon Edwards like going on about how like I had to get 10 fights in a row and I didn't get a title shot, so he can wait. It's like, you were the one fucking complaining that, that's 10 fights in a row. I want to fight for the title. I don't know why I did that in like a McGregor voice, but, he kept saying that's 10 fights in a row. That's 10 fights in a row. Like, that's all he would go on about. Like, it was 9 fights, but, he would just keep going on about how he's on this crazy win streak. He can't be denied, but he hadn't beat anyone really that good. RDA was probably his best win, like by far. Maybe Tumanov, but Tumanov, not many people know Tumanov. Then what? Wash Cowboy, 48-47 decision there. A sick Cowboy as well. He was literally sick for that fight, and you still went 48-47. Like, I don't know. His run to the title really wasn't that great. Like, got rocked by Nate Diaz in a performance he should have ran through him in. Like, I don't know. Leon Edwards saying someone doesn't deserve a title shot who's on a better streak against better competition is really weird. But I still think Leon Edwards would beat him, but it's like, I don't know, just get the fucking fight over and done with. But anyway, I'm going in circles here. I don't know. This just like confuses my brain. Like Leon Edwards of all people, like I'm just gonna sit out. Fuck him. Like that's pretty much what he said. Like, I just want to see him be an active champion. Just if he wants to build up this like GSP fucking type legacy or whatever he wants to do, just fucking go and fight. Like that's all you got to do. Go in there, defend your belt. Because Leon Edwards is like what 33 years old, 32 years old. His prime isn't going to be much longer. Like I feel like he's. I feel like he feels like he has more time than he actually does. Like, I think he was born in 91, if I'm remembering correctly, so he'd be like 32. Like, he's not as young as he makes it out to be. Like, yeah, so he's 32 years old. And he doesn't have a great chin. Once he gets chinned, he's like, it's over for him. Like, why would he not want to fight Belal Muhammad? Belal Muhammad doesn't have power in his shots. He's not a power puncher or anything. Like, that's a good matchup for him. It's someone he can be aggressive with, not have to worry too much about, like, anything, really. His takedown defense has clearly improved. Like, it's a really good, like, matchup for Leon Edwards. I do think Belal Muhammad does have a solid chance, though, just because Belal Muhammad fucking somehow wins all these fights, so somehow fucking Belal Muhammad's judo would fucking work, like his fucking what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? His juju. That's it. Juju. That was the word I'm looking for. Like he's, I don't know. He's got some weird fucking spiritual power where his like opponents just look really shit against him. Like they'll get injured mid fight or something. I mean, like Gilbert Burns just fucking somehow tears his shoulder off the takedown defense. Also, if Leon Edwards to like was to grapple against Belal Muhammad because his takedown defense is so solid, he'd probably fucking end up hurt, like somehow like fucking going face first into the canvas and getting KO'd. Because Belal Muhammad's such a tank when it comes to takedown defense. But yeah, anyway, Belal Muhammad, I don't fucking want you to fight for the championship, but even I have to admit you deserve the title fight. Stop doing the cringe shit about Charles Oliveira and everything like that. Like you're actually a nice guy. I don't actually hate Belal Muhammad, but when he does shit like that, like trying to act like fucking Charles is ducking him, ducking Islam and all this stuff, like it's so fucking stupid. Just like don't even play that shit. Like you're Belal Muhammad, mate. Like fucking calm down. Like you everyone already hates you. Don't go after fucking fan favorite fighters that don't trash talk. I get going after Colby. Colby's a trash talker in your division. You hate each other and everything, but like don't be going after Charles Oliveira, dumbass. Like, I don't know, just weird. Weird behavior from Belal Muhammad. Like, I don't know, I feel like he's trying to put on, like, a bit of a Colby act. Like, because you see him sort of trash talk people at times, but, like, I don't know, he needs, like, a ghostwriter or something like Colby has. But, I don't know, hopefully he does have, like, a Colby character. Just go off at Leon Edwards or something. But I feel like he's just gonna... I just have a feeling Belal is just gonna dick ride Leon Edwards for beating Colby. Like, I could just see that being a scenario where say, I respect this man, he beat that punk Colby Covington or something like that. I could totally fucking see a scenario where that happens. And that'd be so AIDS to see. Like, it generally would. I would hate to see that, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think Belal Muhammad deserves his shot. Like, there's no real other contender you can really give it to right now. So, just give him his shot so he can shut the fuck up. I'm sick of hearing about Belal Muhammad, if I'm being honest. Like, as soon as he gets his shot, if he loses, he can fuck off. You know, we don't have to hear about him anymore. So, Leon Edwards, just do us all a favor. Beat him. Kick him out of his prime. And, you know, then you can fight Shavkat Rakhmonov, and then you can go for a champ if you beat Shavkat. So, anyway, that's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video a like. Let me know your thoughts. Is Leon Edwards ducking Belal Muhammad? That's the question of the day. Let me know. Do you think he is ducking him? And if not, what do you think his reasoning is? Who is the other contenders that Leon Edwards is talking about that I have no clue who the fuck they would be at this point? But anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video a like. Share this video, subscribe, put on the notifications. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers.